to make it happy, happy, happy. Yeah, yeah? Yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh, hold on.
We're on.
We are on. So hold on. I just need to respond to somebody. Hello, everybody. Please forgive me. I've just had one of our panelists whose daughter has just given birth to a grandchild has just said she can join in, and I need to find her and get her back on the call. So bear with me one moment and we will start, okay?
Happy
And it doesn't want to do
Anick.
it.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Excited about
Hello.
today's
give me
call.
It's a good time to have this call on solstice.
It is all that, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, I think solstice is I'm multitasking here, but I really do believe that solstice is a wonderful time for us to be talking about this. I'm going to let my other panelist make her way to the call by herself without responding. If she can join in, she will, and hopefully she will. Okay, so welcome everybody to Inspire, Innovate, Ignite Conversations That Count. The whole point of having these wonderful panel discussions where we bring in handpicked experts to talk about topics that kind of inspire our hearts in some way is that our experts are handpicked and they bring their knowledge, their excitement, their heart into every conversation that we have on panels like this. And the whole idea is that we want you, our audience, to get inspired by what they have to share, to think about a little bit how you can bring what they offer about their life experience and their work experience into your lives to make your lives a little bit better. So showing up live, as you are doing right now, and for those people who are watching on the replay, is absolutely the very best way to get the most out of these conversations. Because when you show up live, either in a Facebook live stream or on a Zoom gallery, you have an opportunity to take part in the conversation, whether it's in the chat or actually in the gallery. We would love to see butts in seats in the gallery, faces in the tiles, and have you commenting, interacting with us. It helps us to become even more alive than we already are. So this series will help you to understand these topics, whatever the topic is, at a deeper level, because you become empowered to integrate what our experts are sharing. Our topic tonight is embracing your playful heart, reminding your inner child, who isn't always that playful and kind to us, to relax, to breathe, and to let go. How often do we hear that the inner child needs healing, love, security, to allow you to feel more free and safe in your adult life? How often do we hear that? A lot. It's everywhere. It's all over the internet. It's in all kinds of workshops and seminars and one-on-one coaching. And healing the inner child is really the basis of bringing yourself back to balance and harmony. Because when some part of you isn't screaming in your ear all the time, and what's replacing it is something that's a bit more secure and happy, then you can embrace the rest of your life in a different way. So if you've tried for years to bring your inner child into a safer space, we are hoping on this panel, all of us are hoping that you will pick up something new, take away something different. I'd like to introduce you to our panel right now. So first we have Anick Patry. Hello, Anick, give us a wave. Show us where you are. There you are. Okay, Anick is an intuitive business mentor, a voice healer, a TEDx speaker, and an internationally best-selling author who has created her own modality called voice tapping. I've heard it, I've experienced it, it's pretty awesome. She specializes in helping empaths and spiritual leaders and heart-centered entrepreneurs to embody their highest lucrative joy. I kind of like that too. So that they grow their business with ease and flow to make more money and have way more fun. With a lifelong passion for teaching, Anick offers her programs globally in French and English to uplift her clients to own their creative power. And Anick is on this planet to inspire you to restore inner harmony, to express your true voice, and be the spiritual badass you were born to be. Thank you, Anick, for joining us. Carmela Lamanna was supposed to have been on our call tonight, our conversation, but she just discovered she was at the hospital. Her daughter just gave birth to a brand new baby. So somebody's inner child has just been pushed out into the world and is about to make an impact. So to Carmela, congratulations and blessings on this new addition to your family. She's going to try and join us if she can. I hope she can. Joe Irwin, give us a wave, Joe. There she is. Joe is an emotional and energetic empowerment coach, the creator of Empower You and Finding You Time. I hope I said that correctly. Okay. These are programs and manifestation membership, mastermind membership programs. She is co-author in the book series, A Journey to Riches, The Gift in Challenges, and she's a speaker. A lifelong learner of many modalities. She's a master practitioner of NLP, hypnosis, results coaching, personal and business, and regression therapist. Jo has been in the health and nutrition, wellness, and spiritual world for over 38 years. She doesn't look it. And she has been coaching for 35 of those. She also works with energetic frequencies to support deeper transformational healing. Jo's expertise is empowering those who struggle with emotions, anxiety, and overwhelm to transform their lives into one passion and purpose, and one of passion and purpose, so they can manifest their absolutely best life. And Jo is the host of a tribe in our sacred community, and it's called Empowering You to Live Your Best Life. Thank you, Jo. I know that both you and Anick are going to bring some very interesting conversations to this panel discussion tonight. Last but not least, we have Tiffany West. Give us a wave, Tiffany. There she is in all her beautifulness. Tiffany West is the proud founder and creator of Interior Health Design, LLC, an inner wellness life coaching company that promotes peaceful living and soul-based healing from the inside out. And don't we all need that? She is an emotional care coach, helping women thrive internally and stay grounded under stress. Beautifully said. Thank you. I can't wait to hear what all three of you have to say about our topic tonight. Okay, so we're going to get started. Oh, I forgot to introduce me. Sorry. I'm Sue Rumack. I am an empath trainer, an author of angelic spiritual messages to heal mankind. I am a channeler, and my specialty is coaching empaths and HSPs to manage the overwhelm that keeps them stuck and turning around in circles, and to help them manage all of that so they don't slip into early burnout. There'll be more about all of us later on in the conversation, but for now, let's get right to our topic, okay? So the goal of our conversation this evening or this afternoon or this morning, wherever you're located, is to inspire and innovate. It's an inspiring and innovating conversation that's designed to ignite our inner child to enjoy life a little more, to let go and to take a big, deep breath. My real hope is that we will be able to have that inner child take that big, deep breath on the call with us tonight, and leave feeling a little bit more inspired to be a happier child. It gives us space to heal. So I'm going to be asking some questions, probably 2 or 3. And one at a time, each one of you is going to jump in and give me an answer. Don't be afraid to contradict each other. I love it. And so we're just going to start with the first question, okay? If you were to write a letter, I've got my questions written down, so forgive me on this. If you were to write a letter to your inner child, reminding it of some playful place in its lifetime, in its spread throughout your lifetime, when they were feeling more playful, what would you say that would inspire them to bring that playfulness, that memory of playfulness back, instead of all of the tantruming and the trauma that they seem to hold on to? What would you put in your letter that would inspire them to go back to a place where they were that free child, that playful heart?
Can you repeat the question again?
I'll try to make it shorter. If you were to write a letter to your unhappy, difficult inner child, reminding it of a happier time in its life, what would you say to that inner child? To ask them to remember and share with you a time when they remembered being happy and peaceful in their own hearts. Happy inner child.
I'll jump in. I've got
Please do.
coming through that, you know, you are amazing. You are love and you are a creation of love. And in this place that you can play from, you can be anything you want to be, and you can do anything you want to do. And you are just amazing. I would continually reincant that to her, because that's exactly who she is. She was born here to be, to do great things in the world, to, you know, create a life that she loved, and let's just do that. Yeah.
So you're basically pulling her in for a great big hug and telling her, you are beautiful, you're amazing, you're everything you were intended to be. Just remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reassurance.
beautiful.
I love
Yeah,
that.
that's really beautiful. I love it too. And inspired me to want to jump in, being an emotional care coach and a highly sensitive soul. When I was a young child, I would have loved for somebody to just stop and say, hey, I know this feels overwhelming for you, like the tantrums, the reasons for acting out, the way our inner child can be kind of difficult. I would really say to her, hey, you want to come talk to me and let me know what's going on? What is it that you need? What are you trying to ask for in that behavior? Because I grew up in a family where that behavior was corrected, but there was not a lot of connection with what I was actually feeling and what I needed. So I would really let her know that I'm here for you. I love you. You're beautiful. Just like Joe Irwin said, you're meant for amazing things. And it's okay to feel some of these other tougher feelings, because I'm sorry I wasn't there for you then, but I'm coming back for you now so I can help hold you through that and help give you what you need so that you can flourish in that beautiful version of who you came here to be, and just really give her that same reassurance that she's loved even in her being difficult, and that that's totally normal and okay, and just really letting her know that I'm here and I love her, and just asking her what she needs so that she can feel like she doesn't have to act that way, where she can get her need met.
You said one thing that I really absolutely loved. And you said that you said to her, I'm sorry I wasn't there for you when you needed me, when we were both children. Carmela has just joined us. Carmela, I'm so glad you're here.
Hi, Carmela. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm still in the car. I rushed home and the older grandkids are inside, and here I am.
Wonderful. Well, just settle in, join in with the questions, and we are thrilled to have you. Absolutely thrilled. So Tiffany, what I loved what you just said was that you told your inner child, and we forget to tell our inner child this, that you couldn't have been there for her when she experienced the trauma that pushed her into this negative place, because you yourself were a child and had no control, no skills, no power to protect yourself or her, which is why she got stuck there in the first place. So what you and Joe are saying is it's time to reparent these traumatized inner children and bring them along so that they can embrace a happier, playful side of themselves, which will, of course, give us a happier, playful side of ourselves. Thank you, Tiffany, Joe.
You're welcome.
Anick, your turn. Have you come
Um,
up with something yet?
I suppose it's, you know, like the wounded child and the playful child, all parts of us, all they need is to be loved, is to be accepted. It's basically to be accepted, you know, that's the only thing. Because I mean, we go along in life, and, you know, if someone triggers us and if we go and judge someone for being in a certain way or acting in a certain way, it's a reflection. It's there as a gift for us to be reminded that it's a reflection of us. And until we embrace and we make peace, you know, I'm not saying like falling in love sometimes can be quite tough to fall in love with like really dark shadows, but I suppose it's an acceptance that is there. So the wounded child is the part of us that felt really unsafe and felt really unseen and unaccepted and unloved when they were in terror, when they were when there was no one there for them to be held in these heavy dark feelings and emotions. And so our job as conscious leaders, as healers, as transformational companion guide is to, first of all, you know, you can't really hold space for anyone if you're not doing your own inner work, and if you're not really in peace and harmony with yourself. So is to be kind with that part and say, that's okay. You're allowed to be fearful. You're allowed to be messy. It's all right. You know, it's an energy that's going to move through, and you'll be okay. I'm here for you. It's not running away. Like I spend most of my life, and not all of my life, but a big part of my human life to run away from myself. So anything I could do that would make me feel, yeah, Tiffany, right? So, you know, like sex, drugs, alcohol, traveling, busyness, anything I could do to go and not feel and not be with my heart, not be with the shadows, I would, you know what I mean? Like sign
So
up to okay.
A lot of what you're saying here then is that in those moments, your inner child actually took over. Your inner child was informing your adult person of how to run away from what you didn't want to face as an adult. Your inner child actually took over. And I think I'm seeing nods around the gallery. Yeah. Thank you, Anick. That was very important to bring up. Very, very important. I appreciate that.
That's what came through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what came through. That's the consciousness that came through.
I'm going to bring Carmela up to speak. So the question that I just asked everybody, Carmela, was if you could write a letter to your inner child, who is not always behaving, as Anick just pointed out, in the best interest of you, and remind that inner child of a time when it was happy. It was happy. It was childlike. What would you put in that letter? What would you tell that inner child to remind them that they do have another life other than the shadow that Anick is talking about?
That's a very interesting question, because we usually always go to the other side, you know, write a letter to it, apologize, that is supporting and holding space for. So I like this question because it's a spin on the positive side. And I think as a child, and as I watch my grandchildren, even now, you know, just a baby that just came out, and the peacefulness that's in them, and the joy of all my other grandchildren watching their sister being just a little baby and having that excitement and be just in the moment. Just be in the moment of that joyful space, whatever that may be. If for me was chasing butterflies, you know, when I lived in a country basically, and I would go and take care of all the animals, and I would chase butterflies, and I would pick the flowers, and I would talk to the earth, and I would talk to the animals. And I remember being, you know, that brings such a nurturing feeling, even just talking about it now. Because it allows you to be in the moment, allows allowed me as a child to be in the moment, not to be fearful of saying the wrong thing, doing the wrong thing, being, with adults and maybe misplacing my words or misplacing my actions in their eyes. So being outside and playing with the earth and playing with the animals and, chasing butterflies, it was something that just brought joy to me. And
So what you're saying in this
like
letter, I'm sorry to interrupt, I just got so excited. What you're saying in this letter is that remind your inner child of those very, very early moments, even the moment of shortly after birth, when they were so at peace within themselves and where they had the space to be at peace before anything else messed around with what they believed was their safe place. So yeah, I love that. Just remind our inner children that there was a time and ask them to find that time and to tell you about it.
Yeah, the joy, the purity that we came in with, and just the openness of embracing everything and not knowing, not being in a box, not being put in a box. We can't do this, we cannot do that, we can't say this, we cannot say that. And just be in awe of everything that you look around you. And it's just that I think you feel how enormous this world is and how beautiful this world is by seeing it from those eyes. Yes, Joe, the innocence, exactly. It's true.
So the part that you missed at the beginning because you were leaving the hospital, getting back in your car, from a joyous moment, we talked about hoping that our inner children will be able to take a deeper breath and a deeper exhalation during our conversation to reclaim that piece of joy and that you just talked about. As you were talking, I actually took that deeper breath.
Me too.
Yeah, Tiffany did too. I'm seeing joy, and I'm seeing nods from Anick as well. So yeah, you actually took us and hopefully some of our audience right there with you. We took that that deep breath. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that, because it brought me back to a memory. I used to always collect roly-polies and ladybugs, and I would stay outside all day. My mom would have to make me come in and eat, use the bathroom, take a bath. Like, I just wanted to be outside all day playing with nature, playing in the dirt, playing with worms. I used to run and catch fireflies. And thank you for that memory and reminding her, because she jumped up when you started talking. My inner child was like, oh, and she just woke up to that. So that was really beautiful. Thank you for reminding us of that.
Perfect.
Thank you. And you're so welcome. And thank you for reminding me about the fireflies. So Susan knows I moved not too long ago. And what is amazing is, oh my God, I got goosebumps. What's amazing is that last year in the summer, I had my older grandchild with me, and all of a sudden we looked outside and there were tons of fireflies all around, and we're like, oh my God, look at them, they're fairies and they're all lighting up. And looking at them with a different eye now, because I'm an adult instead of being a child and collect them and put them in a jar, now you appreciate them being fairy, being part of the fairyland. I'm like, oh my God. And so I live back in that blissful moment of chasing the or even just enjoying them. And I had friends over. Sorry, Sue, I'm kind of going to, I had friends over and we sat on my deck, and my friend is like, oh my God, look at them. They're coming on the deck. They're like right here. Like they were literally within arm's reach, and he had never seen them in a long, long time. And he has just gone through cancer treatment. And so this was such a joyful moment for him. And he just sat there, and you could see the light in his eye just kind of sparking up again. And it was so beautiful to do that, to see that. So it's easy to connect with that childhood moments again. but we just
Yeah.
have to find the right space of mind,
Yeah.
right?
The more we engage, as you do, with those moments of childlike innocence, we remind our inner children that there is a playful heart, and to take those deeper breaths, which gives us more. We are healing our inner children in those moments. And that brings me to the next question. So thank you, Carmela. That was such an emotional share, and we truly do appreciate that. We truly do. So thank you. Play therapy. We are all coaches in our own rights, right? We are all coaches. We all engage in some kind of, I'm not going to call it therapy, but some kind of practice with our clients, where we take them through some kind of activity that is a play therapy type activity. Can you think of one play therapy activity that you have used in your practice to help your client manage a really difficult inner child?
Dancing.
Go ahead, Tiff.
Dancing, moving my body, music, really getting that energy to move. When you can't think your way through it, and it's a little bit, you feel kind of flooded to where you really have a hard time sitting with it. Just dancing and moving our bodies and doing somatic work by getting out of the head and into the body. I love doing that with my clients. And actually, I have exercises that I take them through to really get in touch with their sassy inner children. I know, like my 7-year-old, she's Miss Sass. She was the one that always got in trouble for talking back and having the last word, right? And always, now that I've healed her and I've connected with her and given her what she needs, like I said in that first question. And now she's the one that does all my marketing material for my business. She's the creative. She's the one that shows up, and she's on the front line with the colors and the fonts and all of the vibrancy and the artistic part of my business. And she's sassy. Like, she's like, nobody's the boss of me. I can do what I want to do. And that to me feels really fun, because I wasn't free of that attitude as a child. It was considered disrespectful. So that was very muffled down in me at a very early age. And I brought her back to life over the last few years. And I use it with my clients, like, let your sassy inner child, let her have her voice, let her have her talking back, or whatever that may have been looked at as your caretakers as being disrespectful or not okay. And it's a really powerful exercise that we go through to really help them learn to trust themselves and embody the version of themselves and create a new definition around that voice. You don't have to adopt your parents' version of that being back talk or disrespectful. You call it whatever you want.
It's your voice.
That's been really, it's your voice.
It's your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my big slogan is, like, my 7-year-old is like, nobody, you're not the boss of me. You can't, nobody can tell me what I want.
I lived by that when I was a kid. So what you're saying, one play therapy you can offer to our viewers is dancing. The second
Turn
one
on some
is
music and go crazy.
Just go nuts. Just let your body do the thing. Okay.
Yeah.
And also being sassy.
Yeah.
Some inner
Let your
children
inner
need
sass
to be
out.
sassy. Let your inner sass out. Okay, who'd like to go next? We've got 2 from Tiffany. Who'd like to go next? Play therapy.
I'll go next.
Joe.
I'll go
Joe.
next. Okay. Oh, sorry. Is me or Joe?
Who was louder? Okay,
I
Joe
can
is
go.
saying Carmela. Joe is saying Carmela.
Okay, thank you, Joe. I have a couple that I kind of use. And so one is toning, using your voice, actually using your voice, but not to speak up and, say whatever, just to use your voice and make sounds out of it. And at first I find, like, for me, it was really hard. So my voice was crackling and I was shy and I would hide and I would hold it in and try not to, like, oh my God, it doesn't sound good. But and then once I let go of that and just kind of closed my eyes and just used my voice to make whatever sound was coming out of. And so toning is just, it's a vibration. And I had to reconnect with that little child that used to sing all the time. And I used to sing to the sheeps, to be honest. You know, I lived in a farm, so we had animals. And so I pretended that the sheep that I was watching, they were my audience. And so I would sing to them. And my dad, you know, caught me, and he's just like shaking his head and laughing. And I remember he never said that, you know, what are you doing, or never put me down. He just shook his head kind of in a giggling way and laughing, and just kind of walked away. But I felt embarrassed, and I felt like, oh my God, you know. So now I teach others to use your voice however it needs to come. Because once you let go of that, and you just let go of that notion of that's in your head, and that negativity that your friends are going to make fun of you, or whoever else is going to make fun of you, that, you know, they may not understand what you're going through, but your inner child and your heart needs to sing. Your inner child and your heart needs to connect with that inner voice, that when we come from birth, we don't talk, we make sounds.
You're going right
And
back to
so
primal.
reconnecting with those sounds, it allows you to step back into your own power.
Thank you. That is perfect. And I appreciate that, because now we've got one more tool. We've got the power of the voice. Okay, before Joe continues, and then we're going to come to Anick, there are a couple of comments in the chat. Joe Irwin, thank you very much. He said the innocence of it all. I love that. You just brought us back to the innocence. And Tiffany added in the power of presence, being totally present to wherever you are in that moment and finding the joy in it. And then Trina on Facebook said, love this topic. This practice is so freeing on so many levels and ongoing for me when recognizing, when I recognize those attachments. So thank you, Trina, for your comment. Any other comments? I'd love to see them in the chat, and I will read them out. Joe, what's your play therapy?
Hello. I absolutely love the dancing and also the voice, and it did bring me back, Camilla, to my own now inner child practice. Is when I walk in the country, I'm in the country here, and I sing and dance and talk to the cows and the sheep, and I actually feel like I live my inner child now. I've had to do so much work around it, but it's so freeing and so fun. And I think that's the thing, you know, when I'm working with my clients, it's taking them to that place that they can ask a question about, what does your child want? Or what does it need?
Yes.
And getting the answers, like, I don't like to actually tell them what, you know, what works for me may not be, you know, may not resonate with them. So I take them to a place, and we go into, you know, the lower chakras of the body, and we find and we work from that place, and the answers come, and they have so much information for us. What does it need? What does it want? How can you give it what it wants, you know, and in a fun and playful way. And often the answers will come for them, and that would be their home play, to go away and practice what they've been, you know, what they've been given to do. And it could come in the form of art, it could come in the form of public speaking, or, you know, going to a class of some sort of yoga, whatever. It's specifically designed to nourish and, you know, and replenish their inner child, so that they can always have a practice that they can do themselves at home, to find out in any given moment when they're having a reaction, or that, you know, or they're having a triggered moment, you know, what does it need? It's always dropping in. What do I need in this moment? This child is screaming at me for something. How can I soothe it? You know, how can I soothe that tanty? And for me, I was really amazed on the weekend. I was triggered, and I was like, whoa, where's this? I didn't know where it came from. There's a lot of energy happening at the moment. I took myself, instead of choosing to go to a regular social event on a Sunday, I chose to go to the beach, sit by the ocean, asking these questions, and all the whales started coming out of the ocean. It was just magnificent. And it's like, you know, just play,
Right.
just be, you know, and
So
it was
it's giving,
just,
it's
was
giving
just
permission to play.
gave me permission to just do what I wanted to do, you know, instead of going, oh, I'm going because somebody else wants me to go, or relies on me, or whatever, you know, it's what does that child want in this moment when it's being triggered? And that was the answer, you know, just sometimes you're in it and you don't know what you're doing, but if you just take that space to just stop and ask, you know, so free, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So basically, you're talking to your inner child's talking back, and you're actually going to do what your inner child asks because you can.
I can.
Okay.
I can
You can.
choose that. Yeah.
Permission.
That
Thank you.
creates so much
Thank you.
self-trust too. I just have to say that when you
Yes.
listen and actually take action, that builds such a strong sense of trust that you are listening to her. That's so healing just hearing that. I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, both of you. Anick, we have not forgotten about you. You've been so patient. Play therapy for your inner child. What would you do? Play therapy.
I resonate with all the ladies, Tiffany, Jo, Carmela, and you know, like, yeah, it's basically this, the body, the voice. Like, I'm a fan of the voice. I've created modality all around the voice tapping, which is linked to your physical body and your voice together, and the power of expressing sound and songs is just extremely liberating, because any kind of you could through your voice, all the range of emotions, all the range of feelings can be expressed through the voice. You just pick the phone, you listen to someone, you don't see them, and you just listen to their voice, and you know whether they're in the head or whether they're in the heart or whether they're here or some, you know, in the future. It's just so revealing. So yeah, sound healing. I'm going to do an amazing sound bath and magical manifesting ritual with my business partner for the solstice. Actually, tomorrow you're all welcome at 10 a.m. In Australia, and Wednesday night in America and Canada at 8 p.m. So a very powerful solstice, and it's all, yeah, voice. I'm a fan, voice tapping, voice healing. I'm a fan of voice.
So give us something for those inner children, that inner child. Give us one thing that you can do with voice for a tantruming inner child to bring it back to feeling, oh, they love me.
Yeah, voice. Well, you know, it's and voice and dance, a fan as well. Like movements and breath are really, really powerful to, you know, to move, to shift the energy. So, I mean, yeah, I'm not specializing working with kids. I'm working with women in business, but I suppose that for the inner for the part of us that when our inner child comes, some sound would be just to give yourself permission to really do what you want to do. Like if you want to go, woo, you know, if you want to go, like, yeah, you know, it could be like, actually, I have a really cool exercise I can share.
Please.
Is the motorbike is good for nervous system, like going on a motorbike, Harley Davidson. And if you love horses as well, because not everybody's at ease doing this thing, you go with your lips like this, like a horse. You know the horse when they go like. So when you go with your motorbike.
Oh, I love that.
Love it. I honestly got the feeling that I was on my own motorbike. I was doing those curves.
Therapy for you. So that's really, I mean, it's really quirky, funny, whatever you want to call it. But this simple exercise with the sound higher, lower, the motorbike's like going down the hill. That's very playful, number one.
It is.
That's very number two. I mean, if you want to break it into the technical kind of scientific part of it, it's your whole body's engaged. You're engaging your body, so it's physical, and then you allow sounds to move through, which is, you know, very healing, very liberating, very it just opens up, creates some space within, as opposed to get stuck up there, because, you know, so often when we're in that inner child, we might be frozen and in fear and stuck here and in the body. So this is a really fun exercise that I love, that my channel came through me, and I use it quite a lot in my workshops. Fun, huh? And I use it in my networking event, Voice Elevate Connect. I use it in a lot of you know, one-on-one group setting, and just for myself, like in the mirror. Let's go, Anick, today. How are you feeling?
Anick, what just came to me was I did once some laughter yoga, and I very much recommend having a session, even if you do it in your own lounge room, like I did with my girlfriend, and we were on the floor just in stitches, rolling around like crazy children. It was just the so much fun, and that's it. You know, children are fun, right? When I play with my grandkids, just fun. Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah, it's the fun.
This is what we are bringing to this evening. And with each one of you sharing a little bit of what you just shared, I don't know if everybody felt it, but I took that deeper breath. I felt that my inner child said, yeah, I can do that. And believe me, I've had inner children that were very controlling in my own life. They're not controlling anymore. Now they're just like, come on, honey, I'll give you a hug. You're having a bad day. It's okay. But what each one of you have done has allowed that inner child to go from being here, all knotted up in your heart, to actually spreading up and opening up and being, I've got the hug, I've got the acceptance, I've got the respect, I've got their attention, I've got their time, I've got their explanation of why they couldn't be with me when I got hurt, because they were the same age as me. They had no power. So we've gone through all of those processes in our conversation about bringing our inner child back into the playful heart, so they can relax. That was our whole purpose of this conversation tonight. We've come to that point in our evening or afternoon or morning, where each of you gets a few moments to talk about what it is that you do that's a little bit special. Remember that all of us have to speak, so we have to keep it fairly concise, and what your special offer is to our community, those people who are watching the replay, how all of your links will be put into the comments. They'll be there on the live stream on Facebook forever. So people will be able to find you. They will be able to connect with you to claim those offers. So who would like to start with who they are, what they do, nice and concise, and what your special offer is? Who's going to start? Okay, Tiffany.
My name is Tiffany West. I'm an emotional care coach, so I really help women and families overcome depression and anxiety and really heal those underlying levels of trauma that keep them from being able to show up in their truth and their authenticity and that playful childlike. A lot of my work does embody reparenting and healing the inner child. I feel like that is essential if we're going to ascend into what our soul purpose is on this planet. And my special offer is to offer a 30-minute free mini coaching session. It's an emotional healing session with me to really get a taste of what it is like to go in and do that deeper healing work, and how powerful it is to connect with your inner child that is not feeling playful. And that is not feeling fun and happy at all, because she's pissed and she's mad because nobody's been listening to her. So the session I'm offering, I will get the link for you to put in the chat, or you can book a free discovery call with me. That's the link you guys have. It's a wake-up call. And then when we talk, you can see if the session is a fit for you, and it's a free 30-minute mini session. I'd love to help take you on that inner child tour.
Thank you so much, Tiffany.
You're
Who'd like to go
welcome.
next? Who's next?
Okay, hi. Very similar work to Tiffany, actually. I'm an emotional empowerment coach, and I do work with women to, look at those parts of themselves that are holding them back from really embracing the life that they want. And if part of that comes in is doing the inner child work, but also using the triggers and the emotions that we find ourselves continually in, to access those parts of ourselves and heal those wounds and traumas, and that can come in the form of limiting beliefs as well, limiting thoughts that we think, finding those and getting in and really healing from that deeper level, having the resources and the tools and the practices to do that. So also a exploratory call with me for 30 minutes is on offer if you would like to have a session to just feel what that's like. A lot of people are new to this type of work, and it can be fun. As difficult as it can be, it's so freeing, and when you explore those parts and we can discover them together. So welcome to reach out, and we can do that too.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Jo. Anick, I'm going to ask you to go next. We're not going to keep you to the last this time.
Sure thing. Well, I'm Anick Patry, and Unique Anick, and my invitation, I've got quite a few rich offerings, but yeah, the best way is to look at my link tree. All the juju, all of it is there. If you want a voice tapping session, experiencing the modality that I've created, there's soul business transmission, there's the networking event, Voice Elevate and Connect. And if you feel aligned with the energy that I send out with my blue, with my mother tool, I guess it's just really trusting our own, intuition around, like, we know when we're ready to work with someone. And so the invitation is to go on the link tree. There's a Calendly link there, and book a call, and I will have a chat with you and see if we're fit, see if we click to jump onto my programs. I've got an amazing group program called Play Powerfully and Prosper, which is really fun. So, the inner child can be on board. You can actually live a life that is really, my message is like, you can have a rich life being in your power and not being constantly in the trauma zone, in the healing zone, but take your inner child on board with you to have a life where you can play powerfully and prosper and enjoy your life. You don't have to sit forever in that space. It's possible to move. The inner child will come back over and over again, but it's really to embody and empower yourself, being in your grace, in your power, having fun creating and living that powerful, playful, rich life that you were born to live, doing the things that you love. So that's really my core message. That's how I help my clients. So if you vibe with that, if you're ready for that and you want to be held, really fun container, and yet really safe and profound, book your call. The link tree will be there with the Calendly. So book your call with me, and I would be honored and delighted to connect with you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Carmela.
Yes.
Talk to us.
Hello. Hey, I am an energy healer and shamanic practitioner. That's my passion, to help people reach their potential, to explore and open up their abilities of connecting with themselves again and understanding some of the feelings that we get. It's like these little bells that we get in our body, and how our body talks to us and what it connects with. So I'm a medium. I do oracle reading. I do energetic clearing and transmuting. So basically, I'm an energetic transmuter. I do that through sound, through vibration, which is light language, and also hands-on healing. And you don't have to be in the same room. You can do it from far away too, because the intention is everything. You can connect with me through my website. The website will be posted right on
Yes.
at the end. I'm also on Facebook under a Rising Spirit. That's my my business space. Sorry, I can't think because I've had like a busy week and I had very little sleep. So I'm trying to think of everything that I need to add.
And you've had a miracle.
Oh, yeah.
And you had a miracle, yes. So we have your all of your links will be in the chat, and they'll be posted under the live stream that will be on Facebook. So you don't need to worry about people not being able to find you. So they can connect with you for a discovery session of some kind.
Whatever, if they want to get a reading, they want to get like 3-card reading, or if they want to just connect with me and figure out some of their light language and how that connects with them. Because for me, when I started to do light language, it was like this big door just opened up wide and connected me with the higher vibration, the higher frequencies that we are all kind of gearing towards, and connecting with that, it opens up your throat chakras and it grounds you into your essence of who you are when you came here to begin with. So your true essence is a light being, and connecting with the light vibration, which is true light language, and the healing and transmuting of that, which clears out blocks, it clears out stuck energy, it also connects you with your original family, if you want to call it that, your original star. It's amazing for me. Like I said, it opened up so many doors, and it really grounded me in a completely different way that I didn't expect. So I also work with herbs. So I create salves and I create healing teas and stuff like that. So that, like I said, I have quite a little bit of an umbrella.
I think you found your words.
Thank you.
You're welcome. They're beautiful words. Thank you so much. I'm Sue Rumack. That brings us to me. I'm Sue Rumack. I am, for years, I've called myself an empath trainer. And to me, what that means is that I teach empaths how to read the energy that is around their bodies, that is coming at them, being broadcast towards them by other people. 90% of what we feel in our bodies, what we believe is ours, actually belongs to somebody else. That other 10% is our inner child telling us that they are not happy. Or it's our inner warning system warning of us of actual real danger that we need to become cognizant about. We need to know about where it is and how it is. So I run programs, good group coaching programs for various types of professionals who are verging on empathic burnout, who need to come back from that space by learning how to read the energy that is coming at them from their environment, how to work with their survival brain, the limbic brain system. It's science, it's spirituality, and it's science, and it's quantum energy all wrapped into one. And it's made very, very normal and very easy to understand. So I teach people how to read their environment, how to calm that energy inside their body, how to change up the body chemistry in how they calm that incoming energy, and how to send up a vibrational message, a thought message, very similar to light waves. That's a thought message that is measurable. Science has done it. To send a message back to whoever is crowding their space, that's witnessing, validating, and calming, so that they then have the space inside their own body to heal, to become more empowered, to feel safer, and to find their power, to become that embodied, empowered professional person in all kinds of walks of life, healers, therapists, social workers, teachers, parents, politicians, doctors, nurses, caregivers, all use what I teach to find that calming place. So my offer is My offer is anywhere from 30 minutes to 60 minutes. It's called a blueprint. It's a next steps blueprint conversation discovery call. You'll connect with it on my website, which is also going to be in the links. I don't need to give it to you here and now. My coaching service has changed from being called Courageous Path, Empath Support, to Calm the Overwhelmed Coaching Services, because that's much more explanatory about what we actually do. So I'm Sue Rumack. I'm an empath trainer. It's very simple. It's very easy. It's very forgiving, very gentle, and very powerful. I'm also one of the tribe hosts here on Sacred You, Life Force Activators. We meet every second Tuesday of the month. That's 8:30 p.m. EST, translated to your own time zone. Find me on Sacred You. It's Life Force Activators. I know that Joe Irwin is also a tribal host. Joe, do you want to tell us a little bit about your tribe?
Yes, you could come and join our tribe in the Sacred You community for, I think it's $1 for 2 weeks to trial it out. You can trial all the different beautiful tribes and coaches and healers in that group. Mine is called Empowering You to Live Your Best Life. And we do a lot of the work, a lot of the stuff that everybody's talking about here. We tap into, the emotional healing parts of ourselves. We talk about boundaries. We talk about community. We talk about connection. We talk about anything and everything that most women, it's for women only. Sorry, guys, this one's for women, but we talk about anything that, that women experience, and most of us are experiencing the same thing every day. So you bring your vulnerable, beautiful selves, and we have a gorgeous connection of just being you in that space. So come and join us and experience all the tribes in the Sacred You community, because it's absolutely beautiful and really deep connected work. So we'd love to see you there. And also, I just wanted to add, in leaving the, I just want to remind people that there's nothing wrong with us. Healing is a continual journey. So there's nothing wrong with you, and it's a human part. It's a human part of our experience being here. And but doing this work, this inner child work, is truly the secret sauce to success at the end of the day, and it can be fun. So come and join us.
Let's put it this way. All of these practitioners, they make it fun.
Yeah.
And you can see that just from our conversations. I'd like to continue what you were saying, Joe, about a Sacred You. So as Joe introduced, you can, if you're not yet a member of sacredyou.love, you can become, just by clicking on our sacredyou.love website, you can become a member for a trial period of 2 weeks for $1 Australian. And that means you can tap into, literally visit any one of our 31, I think we have 31 tribes now, 31, and they are incredible. They cover anything and everything from a magical playground, magical playground to Joe's, remind us of the name of yours, please, one more time.
Empowering You to Live Your Best Life.
Empowering You to Live Your Best Life. We've got technical gurus who to help us with our websites. We've got money people, we've got tarot, we've got angel card readings, we've got astrology, we've got human design, we've got everything and everything and everything. And all such lovely people. They're not getting paid to do this. They are doing this because it's an amazing community. After your 2-week period is up, if you do nothing, it will automatically flip over to $15 Australian per month to continue on with all of these kinds of conversations, all of the access to all of the tribes, to all the courses that we'll be offering at whatever discounted prices we'll be offering them to the community. You get first pick to get in. And there's a Telegram. You can connect with anybody, anytime in the community using Telegram. And that's also included in the membership. So sacredyou.love has so much to offer for $15 a month. That's like one magical coffee and an incredible pastry once a week, once a day. And it's $15 for the whole month. So there's so much to check out. Do visit sacredyou.love. Check us out online. You can't get in to see anything until you pay your $1, but it's so worth it. Anyway, I'm Sue Rumack. we have Joe Irwin, we have Anick Patry, we have Tiffany West, we have Carmela Lamanna, who has had an incredibly wonderful day today with a brand new granddaughter. And we will see you on the next Ignite, Inspire, and Ignite. No, how do I say this? I always say it wrong. Can somebody say it for me? Inspire, into.
I think it's inspire, ignite, conversations that count. Is that, there's another
Close
I in
enough. Close enough. There's 3 I's in a row, and they were all inspiring.
invigorate,
Okay.
maybe.
Yes. So there's usually at least one of these conversations going on a week, sometimes 2. So you have to check out the calendar, see when the next one is, how exciting it is, and we do hope that you will join us then. Thank you so much.